Hey guys, Amy here with your Profiles Backstage swag bag for August. And this one we had a little packaging mishap, but we are back on track and I'm excited about this one because I love fall nails. I'm so happy that fall and Halloween is coming back. So let's go into what's in your swag bag today. We've got the Babe Top Gloss, which is a fantastic thicker bodied top coat, 60-second cure. You can use this over any gel polish. And this is the 12-free formula. So this is HEMA-free, no odor. It's absolutely fantastic. And next we've got the Quick Stick It, which we have reformulated again. I feel like the Stick It products can be finicky, and I also feel like new formulations are always coming out, so we're always trying to get the perfect formula for this. And I love this formula because it is a little bit thinner, which is nice, so it doesn't add a lot of bulk to your nail, and it is a little bit less odor than the previous formula and a little bit less sticky, but grabs the foils perfectly. So next we've got some transfer foils. These are great because they're really holographic. They've got kind of those holographic stripes in them. So for the design that we're going to do today, these are going to be perfect. And I also wanted to share with you a nail tech friend of mine had a great way of storing her foils, so I'm going to add a little picture here so you guys can see that. But really clever way, because I know I've got drawers full of these long foils. So clip them all together. She's got them grouped by holidays and colors, and then you just take a snippet at the end of it as you need it. So really easy way to make sure that you've got your inventory right and just to keep organized. I'm always in for a great organizational tip. So shout out to my friend Jade for that nice tip. And last in our swag bag, we've got a new fall color of the Babe collection. I know it says Carol on the card, however, that was a misprint, and the color that you guys are getting is Lisa, and this is like a dark chocolatey vamp color. This is absolutely stunning for the fall season. You guys will use the heck out of this color. And just like all the Babes, these are the HEMA-free formula, one coat coverage, goes on like butter. So we're gonna go ahead and put a coat of that on, and we are gonna give this the full 60-second cure. And while that's curing, we are gonna just cut a square of each of the foils. And for the design that we're doing, we do not need much. So just a square of each color. And now this has come out from its 60-second cure. We are gonna go in with the Quick Stick It, and we're just putting on a nice thin coat, making sure you're covering the entire nail. And we're gonna give that a 30-second cure. So once that comes out of the light, you can tell by the surface, it's got almost like a hazy look to it. Not quite matte, but more of a kind of a haze to it. It's a really tacky surface. You don't want to touch it with anything other than your foil. And I'm going to go in with an extremely light touch and just tap one of the colors on. And again, don't go in too heavy because you'll end up grabbing too much. And I want this to look like a pattern, almost like falling leaves or something. So I want to make sure I have enough room to get every color on there. So I am keeping the design towards the free edge and just lightly pressing each color on so that it gives a good mix up of all three foils. That last color you can use, you can press a little bit more. That way it fills in all in between the silver and the gold. Beautiful. And once you're done with that, we are going to take the top gloss and we're going to cover that, and we're going to cure for the full 60 seconds. So that's such a quick, easy swag design. I wanted to take some time and show you guys how well this new formula of the Stick It works for full transfers as well. So we're going to take this really colorful flower here. We're going to cut this out so that we isolate just the flower, and we're going to do a full transfer. That flower came out of the Full Bloom 10-piece foil set, just in case you guys wanted to know. And we are using Angel from the Babe collection, and I'm just doing one coat, and we're going to cure this. Once that comes out of the lamp, we're going in with the Quick Stick It. Again, a nice thin coat. Just make sure that you have coated the entire nail, and then we're curing this again for 30 seconds. So once that comes out of the light, I am going to trim this a little bit closer because I don't want to get any of those other flowers on the nail. I just want to isolate this one flower. So we're trimming that down, and we're going to place that right up in the corner. And I just like to use my thumbnail to kind of scratch this down. And I'm just going to start on the edge and just kind of press, and then use my thumbnail to really scratch that surface and make sure it's adhered well to the Quick Stick It. And now just using a pair of tweezers to peel off the foil, and you can see we've got a really clean transfer. And you can see by looking at what's left on the foil, there was a little small crease in there, but you cannot see it on the nail at all. So after this, we're gonna just use that Babe Top Coat again, and we're gonna put a nice beefy coat on there and cure that for 60 seconds. Okay, and last, we're gonna do a full transfer nail with this leopard holographic print. So to get started on something like this, we're going to use a black background, because if there are any imperfections, I don't want to be able to see it, and this will kind of blend in with that black leopard print that's on the foil. So we're going to start with the black, and I'm just using the Black Magic. I'm going to give this a full 60-second cure. And when that comes out of the light, we're going to put on our Quick Stick It, and we're going to cure this again 30 seconds for the Quick Stick It. So when this comes out of the light, I'm going to place the foil right on, and I'm just going to use my finger to press it down perfectly in the center, because I don't want any of the imperfections to be in the center. Remember, the nail is curved and the foil wants to lay flat. It's not going to stretch. So if you have imperfections, make sure they're deep in the sidewalls or up around the cuticle area, and it will blend because we have that black color underneath. I am using a cuticle scraper. If you don't have that perfect thumbnail, mine are short and square, so they work well. But if you don't have that, a cuticle scraper or pusher is really perfect because it matches the shape of the nail. And you can just kind of use that and scrape the entire surface. So I'm going up and down, going all around the sidewalls, and I'm just giving it a really good press and kind of flicking towards the bottom. And I am using a bit of pressure right here just to make sure that I'm getting that perfect transfer. Next, just peel that off, and you can see we've got a great transfer. And actually, I'm going to show you on the paper, probably a little bit better. You can see all that foil came off, and you can see those tiny little veins of where it did wrinkle, but on the surface of the nail you can't see it because we've got that black background, so it blends really, really well. So now we're just going in with that top gloss and giving it its final 60-second cure. And here's the original one we did for the swag cover. Super easy, fun fall nail. But again, these are all three, and this new formula, again, of the Quick Stick It is definitely a challenge-free formula. I'm finding that because it's thinner, it does transfer really well. But let me know what you guys think, and I appreciate y'all watching, and we will see you next month for spooky season. Thanks, guys.